Hello and welcome back to round one, back nine of the South Kent County Open here at Brewer Park in Byron Center, Michigan. I'm Ian Hamilton, here with special guest John Perry.
Hello, everyone.
All right, we got ourselves a tight one. We got Luke and Willie both at 5 under par, Nick at 3 under, and Bart at even par, looking here to fight back and kind of get in the mix here.
Yeah, I think Bart's going to make a comeback. He's a pretty good player. He'll find his game.
Yep. Hole 10, par 3. Just trying to get up this big gap, low ceiling off the tee. This used to be just a mid-range hyzer, and now that it's pushed back behind the tree here, it really does call for a big shot.
Yeah, I think a few of these guys, they have enough power. They might throw some bigger hyzers, but some people like me with not a huge arm, I kind of throw it a little straighter, not such a big hyzer.
Yep. Luke looking like he threw the speed on that looked like a nuke. Yeah, maybe a force.
That's more the line I would take is like that low flat hyzer. So, but I think we're gonna see at least one bigger hyzer. Yep, see.
There's a big hyzer.
Yep. That's what we'll see, I think, from a lot of the power players, just a big, tall hyzer shot.
And I think the wind did start to pick up here. I think it was a right to left, so hang it out wide and let the wind kind of carry it back.
Definitely looks like there's some wind now. The tree's definitely blowing a little. Looks like headwind almost, too.
Everyone's kind of layering back up, too. Willie looking like a full mash here, just putting it out right, and can't really see it. There it is.
So now, as you can see,
great shot.
How hard they're throwing to get the disc there.
Yep.
This used to be, like Ian said, just a mid-range shot. You
can kind of see where that dirt is. That's where the old tee pad used to be.
I'd be interested to know what the percentage of birdie is on this hole compared. We can get this year's for you. I'm not sure what last year's was, but I guarantee you it was over 50%.
Yep. This played 0.3 under par.
Yeah.
Whereas it used to probably play what, like you said?
At least 0.5, I would bet, yeah.
Maybe even better than that, maybe 0.75.
Correct. Man, he almost floated another big putt in.
Yeah, and that looked pretty floaty. You can't really see the wind, but there has to be some wind to be floating
he's 16.
Like that.
He's 16, guys. 16 years old.
A little bit left for Nick. And he looks closer than he is, but that's probably a 45-footer.
Yeah. Looks like Willie with a pretty easy birdie chance.
Direct headwind probably. Not too much wind, but enough to make you think more about your putt. Bart also looking here to get his birdie and get back under par.
Yeah, that's a really good observation by you, though. They did layer up. Like they definitely seem.
Oh man!
Man, if Bart can just get that putting going, he'd be just fine.
He's not happy about it. No. Hopefully, he can kind of keep his mental game here straight. I've been there, done that, man. When the putts are just beating you every time.
Yeah.
Even the 10, 12 footers. Just push them off to the right.
We all have those days.
It's frustrating.
It's tough.
I've seen Bart play, and I know he's just going to keep going after it. And he can really get streaky.
Oh, yeah, he won't quit. Not at all.
Hole 11, 336 feet, par 3. Double Mando still here. It's a right to left head, so you really just want to throw something that's going to get through this gap and kind of hold straight but not turn over.
Yes, if you do not want to throw something that could turn over.
Calm day, mid-range, headwind, fairway, stable fairway. Looks like Willie's, I don't know what he's got here.
Throwing like a stable mid-range, right? I think
Maybe
that's the one he threw on the big over-the-hill hole.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Same shot. And look, it's just
I'm thinking a wasp. Drifting. I'm thinking it's a wasp.
Does he throw wasps?
Yes. I'm thinking that's a wasp.
I can't tell if that missed or not, but it definitely hit and knocked down. He might have a straddle around the Mando because there's not actually lines painted.
Yeah.
So it's going to be group discretion.
Yeah, it looks like he was short enough. He can still just wrap back around and try to hit a par putt.
The angle of this looked good. Oh, see, I think there's a little bit of a head, and it's just holding on to discs. I threw a Thunderbird, and it turned over.
That would be the usual wind.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going Firebird right now. So obviously he's just read his 2019 Firebird at that, the more kind of a more stable one.
Yeah, it's definitely some headwind if that's what makes it.
Shot.
But see how he just played it through the gap to get his putt, like Ian said.
Came up a little short, but he's putting and he made the gap.
Inside of 30 feet too, not far at all.
Nope. Bart.
Oh.
This looks good. It's going to drift a little left, but this should catch it. Yeah, that's a good shot.
Look at that wind play. Everyone else trying to throw the stable hyzer.
I think Bart's hitting that putt.
Yeah,
I think he's missed enough to the point where he's just going to nail that putt.
Yeah, he's definitely due for it. It looks like they gave Willie the call, so he's going to be able to wrap back around. Just probably get an easy par, or maybe float this in there!
Oh, my God. What a birdie. Did you know that was going to happen?
No, that was dirty.
That was sweet.
Oh, man.
Look at that follow through.
Oh, that was so perfect.
His follow through run up almost was the exact same flight path. That was sweet. Willie.
Little
Good
Tiger Woods
putt.
fist pump.
That's going to get the juices flowing. He's 7 down through 11 right now. Yeah, how do you follow that putt? Sorry, Luke.
Yeah, big putted again.
He's like, dang it, Willie.
He's been big putting people all around, though, so.
Yeah. All right, Bart. Come on. Jam this one home.
Yeah, let's go.
Don't let your card run away from you.
Here we go. Yeah.
There we go. I knew he was hitting that.
Yeah, I think this is where he's just mad enough that he's going to be like, screw it, and just start playing.
Yep. All right, Nick. He's way closer than it actually looked from that camera, right?
Yeah, it just proves, like I said, you can just throw a simple hyzer through that gap and you get a 12-footer.
He's still laughing at Willie's putt, I think.
Yeah, 12-footer.
That was sweet, and you know it goes in favor of the player. If there's no line marking where you have to stay in front of, then he makes the Mando there. All right, hole 12, 380 feet, par 3. It's really just kind of a big hyzer. You can throw the low straight shot, but I really like throwing the hyzer. I think most people will throw the hyzer here and just kind of come crashing in. This is a really fun shot. It's blind. And I think that's the challenge of this hole is because it's blind, you can't really dial in where you want to put it.
Once again, it's hard to kind of find a point to aim at.
And I like this hole because the old hole where you had to throw that huge shot, it just wasn't much separation.
I agree.
It was everyone was
a little
parring.
bit of a tweener hole.
Everyone was just kind of getting their easy threes.
Yeah, well, this hole is probably definitely easier than the old hole as far as getting a deuce, but it will score separate instead of just everybody
Birdie
getting
pars. Yeah, for sure.
Instead of 4 2s and everyone getting 3s.
This one almost feels like a must get in the
basket.
I hit the basket.
Almost perfect.
That looked high enough to be dead center. I wonder if he even knows if that happened.
I don't know if he does. We're gonna have to ask him.
That was like top of the bat. That was going to be so good. What a
2
sweet
inches.
ace that would have been.
2 inches from sliding in. Here we go, Bart. Come on. Come on back.
This looks good.
Yeah, it's
this
coming
looks
back
stable
strong
enough to have a good finish.
Yeah.
Long.
Crushed it.
Okay, get around that basket.
Oh, no.
Hopefully he's to the right of that basket and it's not too much of an issue. But
it looks like his angle will be good enough. He'll be able to like straddle jumper or something.
That's just like one of those rounds where you just find anything that can get in your way and that's where you're going to go. He hung this out way wide.
I wonder what he threw there to straighten up so much.
I can't tell if that's the nuke. I think that's the nuke.
I just played with him this weekend. I didn't see him throw
The
that
blue one
disc.
like that?
I didn't see him throw that blue one.
Maybe he lost it at Bluegill or something.
Yeah, or maybe it straightened up on him too many times and he was like,
yeah, I'm done with this one.
There he goes. Luke just
Okay,
laid
so
up.
the basket is definitely there, but I don't think it's too much of an issue.
Come on, Bart, get moving. No.
I bet the basket worked him a little bit.
Oh, guaranteed. And it's really
like, come
irritating. Yeah, really irritating to get unlucky like that.
Yeah, when you walk down your putt like that to tap in, that just shows how frustrated or irritated you could be.
I wonder if we could ask the park if we could take those out for tournaments.
I wouldn't mind that. Oh, that looked like a good putt too. Just to the right.
Too much hyzer again, I think.
That's really kind of
maybe flat. It
first
stays.
missed putt, really, right? Besides hole
spit
hole
out.
8, but
Yeah,
with the spit out, he made that.
for sure.
I wouldn't mind seeing those rusty baskets go. I mean, yeah, they're nice practice baskets, but
Yeah, but during at least if we could take them out for tourneys,
yeah,
at
they're
least.
too close to this basket.
For sure.
If they even can come out of the ground.
Willie with a miscue, but still 7 down through 12 holes. So
he's got strokes to play with. Nick kind of putting some pressure on here. Getting 2 birdies in a row right there. Hole 13, 362 feet. This bush here is OB. And you're going to want to throw a big hyzer out right and just come in towards this elevated basket. It's definitely a trickier hole. Plays about 380 to 400. And the bush right there, also OB. So it's lurking, and it's easy to find if you hyzer out, right?
all it takes is it's a big uphill hyzer and a little bit of sawed off, and you are in the bush.
Everyone on our card was about 40 to 30 feet to the right.
Yeah, it looks like Nick thought about the bush and threw it plenty wide enough, and
To the right.
now he's going to have a long, long look.
He's either going to have the layup or a long look, and that's probably runnable. Like a little high bid.
Yeah, knowing Nick, he'll probably try to give it a little shot.
Yep.
Yeah, as you see, even Willie's throwing a fast driver here, so it's a pump up that hill.
Way right. It's just not worth it to go be on a hole like this. No. And the wind is right to left, so it's gonna push back your disc.
Yep. That was definitely one of the reasons we moved that basket left so that bush would come into play.
And if you early release, you can go right into this bush right here in front of you. That doesn't happen often, but
No.
it can happen.
It is in play for sure.
This looks pretty good.
That looks
He's
really
airing
good.
the camera, man. Maybe a little deep.
Crushed it, Bart,
How close
again.
is he, though?
Bart got some smooth distance, boys.
Bart can throw far.
Doesn't look like it, but it is going far.
Yeah, he can throw far.
This hole is a pump. Man, another just low from Luke. Oh. Willie with his hyzer putt would be interesting. Yeah, I didn't think he was
I
gonna.
couldn't even find him right there.
I didn't think he was gonna
Smart
run that.
play.
Yeah.
You got 2 strokes on the card. Likely 2 strokes on the field, really. There wasn't super hot rounds at this point.
I mean,
We had a couple guys on my card that were right around with him right now.
yeah, he's at least close though.
Yep.
It's just a smart play, especially because Willie likes to putt on a hyzer, so it's
It's
daring to go in that bush.
Yeah. If you air it, you're almost
Yeah,
OB instantly.
as you see.
Bart, the closest here, circle's edge. He wants this.
Yeah, he's gonna go for it. Like he just
You
needs
have
to.
to.
There he is.
Good putt. That's a great putt.
There he is.
He's kind of at the point now where he's so far back that he needs to, no matter where the putt is, he's going to go for it.
Yeah, but
You have
look,
to.
if you look down, and you think
There
there's
you
2
go.
rounds left, Bart is 5 strokes from Willie. That's in 2 rounds. 5 strokes is nothing. That's
Especially on this course.
he just needs to stay determined
Yep.
and stay trying to claw and
finish
get
strong
done with
here.
this round and move to the next one where he can be more confident.
Yep, and there's still 4 birdies. One of them being pretty tricky, and I'm talking about the next hole, which we'll see in a second. But
Yeah, and I
there's
bet
birdies
with that,
still available, so he can still get to that like 6, 7 down range if he pops off right here.
for sure. And this
And-
hole with the wind is going to be tough.
Yeah, we have hole 14, 461 feet, just slowly goes downhill. This hole is probably going to turn into one of the iconic holes of the course. It's one of the most fun to throw. You just get to rip a drive, but it's also touchy, so you got to keep it kind of straight unless you go over the top, and just kind of give yourself a putt.
Yeah, you got to have big power to go over the top here, though, I think.
After these guys throw, we'll talk about what the average is, because I'm curious to see what this is actually averaging at.
Bart doing pretty much the one thing you don't want to do. And there's like a frame tunnel of those
Yep.
trees, as you can see. So you
They're
just
going
kind of want to ride that
forehand.
fairway.
I like this play. Probably gonna aim it a little bit right and hope he's okay.
Come back.
He got a full mash out of that. Yeah,
Wow, that was big.
I think that's probably why he fell. He really went for it there.
Willie has the power to get this one. For sure. Yeah, it looked like Willie was just throwing his Undertaker
I
there.
think he threw it as hard as he wanted, but that's easy par.
Yeah,
Just
and
a little hyzer
that
up
was,
shot.
I think that was his Undertaker.
Luke, I don't know what that pink disc is.
That's that ESP nuke.
Okay, yeah, that's what you said earlier.
I saw him throw it a few times this weekend.
And this is why this hole's so hard, because it's so far away, but the gap is still not huge, so it like forces you to put that low shot in.
And like we said earlier, there's definitely a little bit of a headish wind, so
Yep.
trying to keep
Makes
your
it even
disc
harder.
straight that long in that wind is almost impossible. Wow, Nick got a little bit of something. He can pull this off, I think. Oh, get over that. Yeah, makeable. 25 footer.
If you get close enough, you can kind of run your throw because he's running
The hillside, yeah.
Yeah,
and
it's just gonna stop you.
yeah, for sure. Especially if you do that kind of hyzer out like he just did.
Yep. I'm curious if for the River City Open, he'll make those rocks OB.
I wonder.
It wouldn't be a bad play, but
I usually do a lot of the line painting, so we'll see what he does.
can't play that event. But I would think that in the past we've had some tough OB lines in that tournament. So was that for par?
Yeah, that looks like a.
Yeah, it was for par because he got caught up in that tree.
Looked like a tailwind just dropped that thing out of the sky.
Ooh. Willie didn't put much thought into that, and thank goodness it went in.
Yeah, that hyzer putt makes me so nervous.
If it's a left to right head right now, then that's a good win for his putt.
Yeah,
I have a similar.
for sure.
Mine's not as much hyzer, but I love left to right tailwinds because it's just gonna put it right down in the basket. So we got 3 pars and Nick gonna tap in a bogey here.
Yeah, I bet you we saw a lot of pars with the wind.
Yeah, what's the hole average on this hole?
15, like 325.
It's not playing as the hardest hole. It's only playing .09 over par. That
This-
sounds about right. If you get knocked down, you lay it up.
Yeah, this one's a big turnover out of the gap. Rides that along that wood line edge. It's pretty tough to park this hole with those
Yeah.
woods. So
You'll see a lot of turnovers almost hyzer out just because the angles, it's pretty tough off the tee. And
Yeah.
Bart actually going with the harder line, but he's probably confident with his forehand. I think
Yep.
it takes like an understable forehand, right? I mean,
yeah, and he threw it high so it'll fall back. And I think Bart's just playing it to give himself a look. You know, so if you try that
it's a good
Anheuser,
shot.
beautiful shots. If you try that Anheuser and get into the woods, you have no putt at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at least Bart just has a 30
He
footer.
made that forehand line look easy. It's really not that easy of a forehand line.
No,
It's tight.
Willie going buzz again.
Yep. This, I think, is the plan. Most people are going to throw like a fairway or mid turnover, and that's he's completely obstructed.
Yep, almost like I just said. Like,
But he made
Willie-
that double Mando putt.
yeah, Willie had the obstructive putt, and Bart threw the safer shot just to give himself a look.
That looks like a putter.
I agree.
That looks like a challenger or something. I can't even see it. It's so green. Oh, I saw the leaves move right there.
Yeah,
It's
he
right around
might-
where Willie is.
He might have a line through there if he got through that
Through
bush
the
a little
woods.
bit, but we'll see.
Nick also going. I imagine this is a destroyer or a wraith or something.
That's the line Ian was talking about, that flip up.
Yeah, it's. Oh, he might actually
Yeah,
have a putt.
he got through. I think he'll have a look.
I like this hole. This is a cool hole. This kind of replaces old hole 3 where you had that big turnover, but it's
Yeah.
it's a little more better of a disc golf shot.
Yeah, I think Dream too.
Clean.
See,
There we go, Bart. That was a
Bart,
clean
I
putt.
told you he was going to pick it up.
Yep.
Nick got a nice wide open putt, like about 25 feet. Cash money.
Ooh, birdie right there.
They were making this hole
And
look
they have
pretty
the
easy.
They have the easier putts. Oh, Willie looks like he might have
He's
a
got a
little-
gap.
Oh, this
it's,
is like,
it's tricky, but he can make this, especially
is-
because he hyzer putts,
this is kind of a perfect frame for Willie.
right? That's what I mean. That little
When you
hyzer putt,
straddled-
bang.
Yeah, that was like that's like you hit the perfect line. It's going in.
Yeah.
I love those framed up putts sometimes because all you gotta do is you don't have to focus on the basket. You just have to hit the frame.
Yeah, seeing all that room in there, that makes me happy that you can come up a little short and still get some putts.
Yeah. Oh, and you know maybe watching 3 people birdie in front of you forces you to have to make it. So just
Yeah,
maybe
he-
put a little extra pressure on himself.
Yeah,
just
he
let go
might
of
have
it early.
he might have felt that little bit of pressure, feeling like he wanted to star frame.
If he didn't, he's not human. Yeah, he's not happy with that one.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he didn't hurt his hand there. Hey, buddy. All right, hole 16, 356 feet, same hole. We're gonna finish on 3 normal holes that were there before because these are just good holes.
Yeah, these are original holes. I
Tight
mean,
gap.
we like the original course. It just
Yeah.
had to be made harder for the Pro Tour. That was it.
Exactly. So we're looking at 356 feet, par 3. Just want to get something out the gap, something that's gonna maybe turn over a little bit and finish straight.
Yeah, a little slight flex is to play here for sure.
Because you can hyzer out early quick, slightly uphill. Ooh.
Oh,
Did he
we
get
got through though.
Okay, he didn't. Not the best shot. He kind of, but that's this hole. You can grip lock it real quick and.
Yeah, you look at it. I mean, the gap is only probably 8 feet wide. I mean,
Yep.
it's not.
So one thing I liked about this, Willie started off to the right of the tee pad, whereas Bart started off to the left. And I think when you start off a little more left, it almost forces you to throw it to the right a little harder. So you'll see that grip lock more. See, Nick's also starting a little bit to the right.
Yeah, you'll definitely see a lot of hyzer out because of the trees on the
Yes.
right. People really
This
do
looks
not
pretty
want to
good.
hit those trees. Wow, he
Too
laser beamed
fast.
that.
That's great. That's where you want to be.
That was a laser beam straight.
Yeah, I don't know what that yellow disc is. It
I
kind of
would-
flies like a flippy destroyer or
I
something.
would guess a T-bird or something. You think he
T-bird,
threw
yeah.
a fast disc right there?
Maybe he did throw it too hard, maybe to be a destroyer. That looked way sawed off.
Yeah, you could tell he tried to baby something fast, like
And
that nuke. I think
That's
again.
the error. I do the same thing sometimes with like a destroyer. If you don't commit to the shot, you're gonna just hyzer right out.
Yeah. Yeah. So for me, it's just a full fairway for me. That's the
Yeah.
best way for me to play it.
I think that's the best play too. Is
Yeah. Anytime I try to throw the
FD,
fast disc,
TL3, TL, yeah. For
yeah,
sure.
it just hyzers out like you said.
I don't know the disc for discraft, like Undertaker or.
Yeah, I usually throw my vulture there.
Vulture,
A little
okay.
more speed than the Undertaker.
Okay.
I bet
That
that's
was
what Willie threw as the Undertaker. I
That was a
guarantee
good
that.
bid. Good bid, Luke. He wants to get off this par train. I didn't even realize he's taking all these pars in a row.
Yeah, the whole back 9. Willie, long look.
Oh, cooked it.
Skies it.
That's a testy putt right there. I really like Willie's stamp. That's my favorite stamp he's ever done.
That's definitely a better one. He's
Clean.
done. It's like one he should have did. It makes
All
it.
right,
Man,
Bart.
Bart is on the train now.
Oh, that was for par. Still, that's a great putt. Yeah, now he's just dialed with
Yeah,
his
after
putt.
that drive, like, hit that putt for
Yeah.
par.
Oh.
Told you it was a tester.
Yeah, nose just a little too much nose down there. And maybe he thought it was going to lift with that right to left wind, but it looks like it kind of died off.
And now once again,
Leaves aren't really moving.
looks like Willie is going to be at 7, and Bart is only 4 strokes back from that.
Just like that. And Nick's kind of creeping.
Yes,
He's
he
only
is.
going to be 1 stroke back now.
1 stroke back.
And Nick's got a bogey on the card too.
He's just plugging along.
Looking to get another par. Ooh. He's got some things going on in the head right now, and let's just finish strong here.
He's
Maybe get a
16.
couple birdies. Yep. Actually, I don't even think he's 16 yet.
Yeah, he might not be.
I asked him if he could drive this weekend, and he said no. So that could either mean he just hasn't got his license yet, or he's too young.
Yeah,
All right, hole 17. Love this hole. OB Road all the way down. Basically, you're going to see forehands is probably going to be the biggest shot, or you're going to see like a flex over the top. Some people take the low ceiling and just kind of get out to the field.
I think once again you're going to see Nick and Luke take a forehand line,
And
and
you take backhands.
well, maybe Luke likes to be aggressive, so he might just try to crush one.
Mm-hmm.
But oh no, Nick's going backhand. That's surprising. I thought Nick would really go big forehand here.
Maybe it's for the distance. So par 4, 605
Yeah.
feet. You just want to stay in bounds and give yourself an upshot.
Yeah, and getting the distance off the tee dedefinitely makes your upshot
this
a little
looks
easier.
like it's too high and too much stability. Is this going to go OB? Yeah, this is definitely going OB.
Yeah, that's the danger with the
Oh,
backhand.
that's why I don't love that line personally, because if you do not commit to it, it's just instantly going to hyzer out. And you know right out of your hand what it's going to do.
Have to full commit here and get it turned over
Bart
like this.
committed too much. Hopefully it sits. Okay, yeah, he almost got a cut roll. That's probably what he was. This is going to be a forehand look, though. He'll be happy with that. Didn't like his drive. I could tell by his reaction, but, I mean, that's a good upshot still.
Yeah, from a bad drive, he'll have at least a decent shot. And Luke did go forehand.
Luke is safe. That is like the mistake you'll see with a forehand is just saw it off because the OB is right there.
Yeah.
If you turn over your forehand, you're done for.
Willie's going to go big, towering
big.
flex shot.
Oh, maybe cooked it over a little too much.
Yeah, I bet that headwind's coming into play big.
Yep. That's still fine. He's probably going to have to go with the backhand route. It's probably going
Yeah.
to be too tight for the forehand right there.
Yep, there is some low-hanging branches on that backhand route. That's why you will see people wanting to throw the forehand.
Okay, I've been waiting to watch the shot because we saw this from RT at 18, and look at the skip on this thing.
Through that grass, wow.
It's
That
gotta
has
be
to
a
have
nuke,
so
right?
much speed. Yeah, it has to be a nuke.
That thing's landed like 85 feet before the basket, and it's only 15 feet away now. That's a pretty big skip.
Yeah, and that grass is thick. You've got to throw it hard to get some skip. There's
Really?
that raptor again.
Yeah, it gets close to the bat. Every time I've seen him throw that, it goes close.
Yeah.
Except
There's those
right-
branches.
That's still a putt.
Yep. And that's why people
Tough
don't like
putt.
that backhand route. You have
Gets
to
caught
beat those
so
low
fast.
branches. Yeah.
That's why the forehand is kind of the. Ooh, that was that football? Doesn't really matter. No one called it. Forehand, perfect. 20 feet away. It really is the ideal play. Forehand is like the
Yeah.
most open.
If you have a
cleanest
forehand,
look.
if you have a forehand, it just makes it safer. It's not very difficult. You can throw 300-foot forehands and have a tap
Big
in birdie.
skip. So that was an OB. So he's gonna be saving his par here with that putt.
That's another thing with the forehand. The road will save you.
Yeah, the big skips back.
Yeah.
All right, Willie.
Like 35?
Yeah,
Maybe 40?
even more. Oh, aired it.
Stay.
Ooh, that would have been a dagger.
It's not super common, but you could see it happening right there. You could definitely see it floating no beef.
So Nick saving his par here. Ooh, that didn't look like. It looked a little left, but
High left,
the
I
basket
think.
could have caught that.
Yeah, a little high left,
Kind of
I
one of
think.
those 50-50 shots.
Bart just getting his birdie.
There you go, Bart. Bart creeping into the mix. Yeah, he's right back there with his whole card now.
So in my opinion, this is the best thing about the new design, is you can see, like, you can get on fire, but then you can play bad in the same round. There's no, like,
Yep.
just getting in a groove off the tee pad and park.
I mean, yeah,
you know?
Willie was 4 down through the first 5 holes.
Yes, you have to work for your birdies on almost every single hole.
Yep.
Just gotta see what that is. You know what? I think that is a force.
You do?
Yeah, I think I can see it. Yeah, I think it says force.
Oh, correct. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
You might be right.
Yeah.
All right, jam this home, Luke. There you go. I know he's not like super happy right now, but it's still clean. He's still 1 stroke off the leader of the card.
Yeah.
All right, my favorite hole of the course, hole 18, 786 feet. It seems like it plays longer than that, but I don't think it does. Par 4. Just trying to mash a drive, get past the first bush, and give yourself a look. I think the more right and far down you get, the better you have a look at it. But if you can hyzer off left and go over the road, there's a lot of things that you can do here.
Yes, definitely. No matter your arm strength here, there is a way for you to get a 3 if you can throw 400 feet.
Yep. Bart's gonna go big. DD3, I would imagine. This looks a little turned over, and I think there's a slight headwind.
Yeah, usually on the.
Oh
Wow,
my gosh, he probably doesn't even know that happened.
that was extremely
He probably
fortunate.
has no idea how he got that far.
That's awesome. That is awesome. It looks like he's gonna crush that force again.
Maybe put a little anhyzer on it and just let it flex out.
Looks
Oh,
like
I
that-
didn't think it was that low.
yeah,
Oh, that's going to make the next shot. That's almost a par automatic.
yeah, that's
You
pretty
got
much.
to have a run up on your
Yeah,
second
he's
shot.
probably
right?
gonna get just guaranteed 4 after that one. Willie playing smart, as you see, took a little off just to make sure he landed in a good spot, and I mean he still throws far. So as you
that's
see,
perfect.
still went to the second
That,
bush.
so that spot right there is like the ideal spot if you got that power.
Yes, for sure. He's gonna have maybe just a mid-range to the basket.
Yeah, depending on the wind, he might go fairway, but
Nick going big here.
I've seen Willie throw putters in headwinds 400 feet.
Yeah, no, he could just power his zone for
Yeah.
sure on that shot.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's looking to get a 53, which is honestly a pretty good first round here at Brewer. Really, is this the first like legit tournament here?
Yeah,
I think there was one in the winter, but those are so hard to
Yeah.
really judge how it's going to score.
We
Oh,
were.
no.
Oh, that tree cost him big time.
I mean, he sawed it off out of his hand, but I don't think that was going to go OB.
It was pretty flat. Yeah, that tree
Oh,
cost
that's-
him big time. Bart maybe threw it too far.
Yeah, he's got to throw a spike.
Nah,
This is risky.
This
That's
is risky.
high.
If you saw it, it will go
Did he
OB
push it?
short
That's
right there by
fine.
that
Pushed it
tree,
far
but
enough.
perfect.
Putting for a 3.
Yeah. And this is borderline par 5. That's how tough this can be to get a 3.
Your drive is everything.
Yep.
And Willie's going to show us hopefully how easy the 3 is if you throw it that far. Yeah, he threw that forehand, which I think is the play right there, but it's just so hard to commit to hitting that peninsula because you're over OB the whole time, and then you only have like 30 feet to hit, and then it's OB again.
And Willie is literally imperfect for this. See how he's throwing the Raptor? That's how you know there's definitely some wind, because he
this
could
is
just
good.
throw a mid-range. He sawed that a little.
Sawed off. Going to have a skip, counter skip.
He's fine.
Yep, meter off the road.
20
so
feet.
That's kind of a putt you want for this hole.
For
Anything
sure.
inside that tree right there is ideal.
That's pretty much where I'm aiming, just trying to skip by that tree.
Oh, is this going to go in? Okay, good bid. He probably going to be bummed about that back 9, but
Yep.
he's still fine. He's still
One
probably
off of
shot
Willie.
above his rating.
Yeah, one off Willie.
Nick going for that 3, big putt. Oh, I think that headwind just held it there because he liked it. He gave it 2 extra steps.
Bart, to see if he can keep his solid putting going from the last few holes. Yep.
Good
Just-
finish there for Bart.
Good job.
Going
Look at that
5
back
down
9.
on the back 9. Pretty much just countering his card.
Oh,
Oh,
Willie.
Willie just got a little shaky there on the last few holes. Still shot a great score.
It looked like he lost a little confidence in his putt.
Yeah, 54 is right around that 1,000 mark. So I mean, he's still doing all right. I think he had the start to go like
Yeah,
10,
big.
10 to 12 down.
For sure.
So I'm sure he's going to be upset about that. But Willie's going to come out shooting again.
But he's probably going to be somewhere near the lead card, I would guess.
Everyone stayed pretty tight here. Not bad scores. I mean, anything better than a 5 or a 5 down is pretty good here. What's he doing? Can't pick up his disc? Is that what that was? All right. Back 9 finish. We have Bart at 5 down, Luke at 5 down, Nick at 5 down, and Willie here at 7. And there's a leaderboard right on the right side. We're gonna have Newsome, Raven, Willie, RJ Santala, and Corey Selig on the lead card for 2nd round. So it should be fun. And pretty tight, to be honest. Raven's got a 2-stroke lead.
Great. I mean, we saw a tale of 2 9s.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a battle here.
Pretty much Willie and Luke on the front, Bart and Nick on the back.
Yep. All right, guys, make sure you like and subscribe and come back and watch how this is gonna finish.